All right, my name is Jim Garrett, and I am Senior Director of Product Strategy and Planning for the Harman Luxury Audio Group. So I am technically responsible for the roadmap, all the product development, direction that we're going to go with all of our brands. But I am an honorary leader of the trade show booth, which I don't want to be anymore.
Which is great because we got you out, and now you get to sit in these amazing, comfortable seats in the Volkswagen ID Buzz that we're recording from.
I dig the little ID Buzz. It's very
Right?
cool. Yeah,
Right?
it's very cool.
And it's funny, before we hit the little red button, you were telling me about your supple, soft voice prior to the start of this, and now you and I are just gravelly and...
Yeah, it's kind of raspy now, but yeah, your voice changes dramatically over the course of 3 days here on the show floor, talking incessantly. So.
It's like a badge of honor.
Somewhat, yes.
Right?
Yeah, maybe.
Tell me about the show this year.
Well, the show is a lot going on for us, right? I mean, of course, this is the annual gathering of everyone in the low voltage audio, video, control, everything industry, right? So it's always great from that standpoint. For us, it's a little unique this year. We're co-exhibiting with Samsung, our parent corporation. So we ended up with the largest booth on the show floor. So it's been a bit of an experience here in that respect. But it's been great to see what's going on at the show. Always cool to check out new products, see new friends, make new acquaintances, learn about new technologies, and how we can continue to grow this industry.
And that's important. And through that, there have been a number of through lines that have come up over the last 3 days. And one of which that I really love, and I didn't really, this is my first year at CEDIA Expo, CIX, and I am absolutely loving it. One of the things that I love most about it, and you either love it or hate it, is the fact that integrators have no problem telling you exactly what's on your mind, on their mind.
That is true.
And they will tell you about your product.
Yep.
They will tell you how much they love it, but how you can improve it.
Yep.
That's welcome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So for us being able to connect directly with the guys that are out there doing the installations, what are the problems they have? What are the challenges that they face on a regular basis? How can we make our products better, right? Because this is a team effort. They don't win without us. We don't win without them. So we have to work together in order to make everything as good as it can be.
How do you work with integrators at this show? It sounds like a lofty, high-level question, but I'm more interested in what is the feedback you've been hearing? And then how do you take that information, process it down, and turn it into something that's actionable?
I mean, it's always, again, great to get that feedback here, and they are willing to tell you what's on their mind, right? So you have to be able to digest some of that, a little humility now and then, right, of why they think your kid is ugly. But, in general, I really welcome and relish the fact to get to talk to him, because you get those insights that otherwise are getting filtered out through the normal lines of communication, anything like that. And again, I think it's just a good way for us to figure out how we can do something better than what we've done in the past. How do you keep it moving forward and really do something that helps all of us? It's about growing your business.
And how is the brand doing it better than you did before? What's changed? What's new? What's next?
Well, for us, we have multiple brands. So within the luxury group, we have 5 brands, of course, that we're managing. RCAM on my shirt right now, JBL Synthesis, Revel, Mark Levinson. Here at the show, we've been focused on JBL Synthesis, which is our premier home cinema solution, and it's one of our flagship brands of what we do. It's a big showcase here for us with what we do at the cinema room here, and it's always a big draw on the show floor. We typically have a line around the booth of people that want to get in and check out what we're doing. So that's great. And then we're doing a lot of other things on the home theater side, as well as a home custom installation side with audio products and what we do, from invisible loudspeakers to traditional in-wall and ceiling. So there's a lot of stuff going on here at the show for us this year.
And again, pedestrian question, but keep in mind that I ask this for both the integrator as well as the interior design and architecture and landscape architect communities, who are obvious in their absence at an event like this, and we've been talking a lot about this, which I don't think is a problem as much as it's an opportunity. Because with you and with your products and with your brands and what you're trying to do, you have a unique situation where you have a product that is judged by its performance and performative ability, yet is hidden in most, if not all cases, because, or at least that's the goal. How do you address the two sort of sometimes symbiotic and sometimes directly conflicting performance versus aesthetic?
Well, in some ways, as you say, it's not necessarily seen. I think our products are seen much more than the interior designers and architects would like for them to be, right? And that's really one of the challenges. You say there's not necessarily a strong show of force from those communities here at the show. And I think that's a challenge of what we face as an industry is that awareness. How do you get these people to understand that this stuff doesn't have to be, wall acne of, control panels and grills and everything all over the room. You take this beautiful interior that they've just created and we're like, yeah, we're going to put some round perf metal grills here and we're going to put some switch plates over here. And, and that's not what they want to see, right? Technology should be there, but it should be invisible behind the scenes. And so that's awareness that we have to figure out how can we bring that? How can we elevate that? So we try to show some of that here in our booth with what we're doing with technology of how it can be there when you want to use it and then not be seen when you don't use it. But getting the word out is still a challenge.
And by the way, what's so funny is prior to, I was Thursday years old when I first heard the term wall acne.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's kind of what it is, right?
Well,
it mars the beauty, right?
I guess, but it's funny to have heard that out loud, not once, not twice, but literally dozens of times over, which to me showcases and identifies that the industry knows one area, a lot of areas, but one area where you need to work on, and that's being addressed. But I want to talk what's behind the wall, what's behind the product. I want to talk about the engineering that goes into the product and product design and product performance. Talk to me about your R&D, your engineering departments, and how you approach the art of sound.
Well, for us, we've got some amazing resources. We're part of Harman International, which is probably the largest audio company in the world at this point in time. So our resources and the research that we do, second to none, and a lot of what we do it's a very science-based approach, right, is shared with the industry. So a lot of technologies and things that we've done have become industry standards and whatnot. So it's for us always a pursuit of better performance. What can we do to do it? But it's also got to be in a combination of the visual aspect of it, So as we talk about how these products integrate into people's homes and interiors, and also the fact that people are shopping with their eyes first and foremost, right? What does it look like? Or, oh, that sounds amazing, but it's ugly, or I don't want it in my room, or it's too big, or, I don't have the space for it. Those types of things all have to be considered in what we're going to do from an engineering standpoint. So we can put challenges to our engineering team from that standpoint to say, look, how do you guys take this level of performance and either make it thinner, make it invisible, hide it in something, repackage it in a way that's not traditional, which they enjoy those types of challenges, right, to how we can do it. As I mentioned earlier, invisible loudspeakers, and I think that's, one of the big ones right now that's kind of an up-and-coming category in the audio world. How do we take and eliminate, again, that wall acne with traditional, metal mesh grills and things? And that's kind of followed the design of lighting, in people's houses. So when we all went back to, we had 6-inch cans in the ceiling with these plastic trim rings around them, and as that lighting has changed now to, we went to 4-inch and then 3-inch, and now little 1-inch fixtures that are in a house with LED lighting. And so now having speakers that match, 30-year-old ceiling fixtures is not what anybody wants. So we've had to change directions a bit in that standpoint. And then it finally came down to, okay, well, what if you don't see it at all, right? That's the ideal solution, is we just don't need all of this stuff cluttering up the spaces on the walls and the ceilings. So it creates some challenges acoustically, but that's stuff we have to, face head on and find a way to overcome it.
And on one side, you have challenges, things that you need to overcome. On the other side, which are sometimes part of that, you have opportunity.
Yeah.
This renewed focus on outdoor living.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to dive in a little bit to your UL rated products and outdoor speakers. What is the focus on outdoor? How has that been lately?
Well, outdoor entertaining has certainly been one of the growing spaces, perhaps brought on by COVID, right, where you couldn't get out and go anywhere. So how do I bring this entertainment into my home? And then for those that are living in spaces where you do a lot of outdoor living in your backyard, your patio, your garden area, how can we bring our entertainment outdoors, and how do we have video displays that can withstand the weather outside and be seen in bright sunlight. Same thing from audio. So how do we create audio products that can disappear into the landscaping, into their environment outdoors, still survive the elements in terms of hot, cold temperatures, snow, rain, whatever it may be. So that's something we could do. In our booth here at this show, we're partnering with Samsung, showing their Terrace line of television displays that are all weatherized for outdoor use. And we're showing that in combination with JBL Professional landscape speakers. So in that case, then we could have a great sounding system that just disappears into the garden area, and then a display that looks great in bright sunlight and will withstand the elements.
Pedestrian question for you. Speakers outdoor, are they UL rated or are they weatherized? And what's the difference?
Yes and yes. So of course you've got to do a couple of things. You've got to be able to survive temperature swings. You've got to be able to survive moisture, rain. You've got to be able to survive sun. So as things weather and age, are they going to stay the same color? Are they going to change? Are they going to fail because the cabinet grows or shrinks or the grill falls off or something like that? Can they be washed when they get dirty, when rain splashes on them? Can I hose them down and make them look nice and shiny and clean again? Those are all elements that have to be designed into an outdoor loudspeaker.
And we talk about outdoor. We also talk about other areas. Home entertainment is not, and everyone who's listening to this knows this already, but it's fun to sort of say it out loud. Entertainment, residential entertainment, is not confined to a home theater or an outdoor theater, but the opportunities abound. You have bathrooms now where you've got a steam shower, aromatherapy, chromotherapy, you've got entertainment options, you've got speakers within the enclosure, within the bathroom, on both sides of the glass. It is just absolutely extraordinary. And I feel like every time a new space is opened, it presents a new business opportunity for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So entertainment, has expanded all around the house now, indoors and outdoors. Again, some of that, I think, coming from, that traditional area where we had dedicated home cinema rooms or anything like that. But now as these have become more entertainment spaces, and it's not an exclusive room for one or two people to be in. Now it's to bring your friends and family over, right? Again, probably another thing that's been brought about through the COVID epidemic, but it's now, we talk about them as home cinemas, right? But these are really gathering spaces where you're going to do sporting events, you're going to do music and movies, concerts, and things that we couldn't go to at that time. But now they're still gathering to get together. And hey, we're going to watch the Super Bowl. We're going to watch a F1 race this weekend. We're going to watch this concert of, Billy Joel playing at this stadium kind of thing. So those are cool things there. And then it breaks down the generations too, because gaming is such a huge part of the world right now. And you think about having these incredibly capable audio video systems now, and then your kids want to game on it. And now that's the place where if you've got that at your house, now all your friends' kids are coming over, your kids' friends are coming over to your house to do the gaming on it. So,
and by the way, it's just not the kids and their friends coming over. I was speaking with a designer the other day who was telling me about a client of hers that he loves watching NASCAR and sports and wanted a theater-esque environment in the garage so that he can do his puttering, his woodworking, his stuff out in the garage, but still have an entertainment experience. And because things are getting smaller, things are getting more flexible, and it's just interesting. And it seems like there's no end to what you're able to do if you can ideate it.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And again, I think, as you said, where entertainment has just moved to other locations around the house. I live in Southern California, and my wife and I go for walks in the evening. How many garage doors are up, and there's a TV and a sofa and something in the garage, right? Because they're just hanging out in there, and they've get, gaming that's out in the garage, AV that's out for sporting events or watching movies. And so, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we adapt and we move to those new spaces.
Pandemic inspired entertainment opportunities.
Yes,
that
exactly.
should be the thing.
Yes,
I love that. What would you like those who are not here at CEDIA Expo, CX 2025? What would you like them to know? A, about what you're talking about here, and B, if they're not at the show, why they should be.
I think it's really from that opportunity of the awareness, right? A lot of people just don't understand what's truly capable right now. And it goes beyond just audio video, right? With a show like CEDIA, it's Custom Electronics Design and Installation Association. So now that includes control for lighting, shades, HVAC, security, all these other systems that are put into your home. It's not just audio and video. And I think, again, the awareness factor of a lot of these categories is low, that people don't understand what's possible out there. What could I really have to simplify my life at home in terms of making everything easier with control, or, from robotic vacuums to the shades coming up in the morning when you wake up. Those types of things, I think, just aren't really well known. And so it would be great for people to kind of come and see what is possible as they're able to enrich their lives with these type of technologies, make their lives simpler, but also to elevate performance, right? I think that's another thing coming from the world of audio. A lot of people don't know really what good is because they've never heard it. So how do we get them able to hear that? How do you get them in front of these systems? Let them see how good the picture could be on a TV. Let them hear how amazing the audio could be from a really good 2-channel system or an immersive surround system that could be in their house, and make everything that they do and watch, all their entertainment, so much better than what it is today.
Well said. And that's why you need to come to CEDIA every year. I'm telling you, they see me. And by the way, thank you, CEDIA. Thank you, Emerald. Thank you, Volkswagen, for this VWID buzz. And with that, thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I appreciate it.
I have enjoyed it. I've loved sitting in this beautiful VW here. This thing is cool.
Right?
Let's take it for a ride.
Speaking of which, and with that, that's a wrap from CEDIA Expo 2025. Thanks for taking the ride with us. See you next year.